I want to get into these comments from Dana White concerning the ESPN UFC 236 pay-per-views. Basically, there were some people that were struggling to kind of figure out the process. Dana White promises basically that it's going to get better and that it's going to get a lot easier. Now, I myself am very guilty of being one of the people that have been far less enthusiastic about this whole scenario with them and the merger with ESPN. But whether we like it or not, so far the idea works. Now, I stand by my statement that I made about a week and a half ago or so when I said that everybody should be given the opportunity to just be able to flip on the television and watch a fight, a game, whatever it is. It should be syndicated to me on local broadcast television. You're looking at $4.99 a month for the app. And then, of course, you're looking at pay-per-view buy rates. You know, if you've got the ESPN Plus app, when you sign up, it's going to be like $59.99. And it goes up a little bit more from there. It's like $5 extra every month. So basically, when you do this, you better be anticipating paying right around $65. All right. So just to kind of give you some of the by the numbers, ESPN has already in one quarter, that's January to April, one quarter, they've already doubled the viewers that they were getting on UFC for Fox, right? So all of last year in 2018, Fox had 707,000 viewers total for the whole year. Already from the ESPN Plus app, number one, ESPN has reported a 2 million plus subscriber positive change since the emergence of the UFC on their station. Then, of course, they're broadcasting this on their app. And so when you start looking at some of the numbers, their first one that they had back in January that was headlined by TJ Dillashaw, 828,000 viewers were reported. 828,000 viewers. So when you look at that, and oh, by the way, and 525,000 new subscribers went along with that. So when you look at that and you just boil it down by that number, it's pretty easy to figure out why Dana White made the move to go ahead and go to ESPN. Whether we like it or not, it's an award-winning combo. And I know that a lot of people have their drawbacks with ESPN. As I've said before, it's easy to complain about anything. There are some still very big drawbacks to me. And the basic thing that I'm going to tell you is if you want to try and change it yourself, well, then the idea is to not subscribe to it. But let's be honest with you, or with ourselves, I should say. If we're going to watch sports, it appears to me that more and more we're just going to have to figure out a way to either cave in to what these networks and everybody's trying to do in the digital age, or not watch sports. I mean, that's really what it's amounting to. When you look at the social media driven world that we are in today's society, we are in a different parallel in time as it is. And I think that we already all know that. It's pretty, Captain Obvious strikes again, right? As much as I don't like it, it's the way of the world. It's the age that we're living in. Me, I'm old school to a degree. I want to be able to flip on a television and see that I can just watch a game or a sporting event, whatever I choose to watch. I know that with network television, a big part of the issue, though, has been you have people who are engulfed in their television show watching, and they don't want that interrupted for anything, even if it is a sporting event. You look at ABC and how they're not going to be airing any of the games tonight because obviously, number one, they're going to be, the NBA is giving some time to TNT, but then you look on what is on ESPN and they don't always necessarily air it on their affiliate station now, which is ABC, because there are shows and movies that people have come to expect to see. And their idea, their philosophy behind it, those individuals, they go, hey, don't you guys have a place for this? Can't you turn on ESPN? Can't you turn on Fox Sports? Can't you turn on CBS Sports? Don't you have somewhere to go for that? Don't they have an app that broadcasts all this stuff? So it's kind of a secret war in a way that's being waged between those who want to watch on television their shows and those who want to watch on television their sporting events. The biggest part of the subscriber change has been the age difference in who's watching now. And we all know that in my line of work, they always want to know what's your demographic, right? So between 35 and 44 is who they want to market to, because those are statistically the people who are out spending the money. Period. That's who they want to talk to, is 35 to 44. And that's exactly what ESPN got. Their demographic lowered tremendously to the age of 43, which is right there on the cusp, but it's still right where you want to be in terms of a demographic of people who are a little less frugal with their coin. That's all there is to it. So while we all may not necessarily like it, the bottom line is we have to give credit where credit is due. We have to give credit to Dana White, because he made the jump when a lot of people believed that this should have stayed on Fox. If we wanted it to stay on Fox, then we should have been watching more. More people are watching on the ESPN app than they were on national broadcast television. It's just a point of fact. Maybe it's because the fight game in and of itself is a little bit different. You know, the numbers for the NFL weren't the greatest on Amazon or Twitter or any of those. Their numbers remain phenomenal on national television, as does the same pretty much with the NBA. But again, the world is evolving and changing. How we receive, collect information, how we watch our shows and our sports is no different. I mean, come on, you've got Hulu advertising that they're going to be running live sporting events now. They're going to be broadcasting games live as they happen. The way that we retain everything is so much different. And they know that we are looking at our phones. Come on, there was a commercial that was ran the other day where they said, we know you're looking at your phone. In other words, you just got the television on in the background for noise, man. That's all that boils down to. And when it boils down to it, think about this for a minute. When you're watching a sporting event, what do you spend the majority of the time doing? You're on your phone, getting on social media, posting about what a great time you're having at so-and-so's house watching the sporting event, or you're talking about the sporting event on social media as you're watching it. So to them, the idea is you're already got your phone out in front of you. Most TVs come standard now with downloading apps and whatnot anyways, whether it's Roku or whatever television that you have. They almost all have app capability on them. So you're going to go digital anyway, so why not just click on the app? That's their train of thought. And so far, it's working whether we like it or not. I guess if you don't like it, we don't have to watch. But we all love sports a little too much, and they know that. Our loyalties lie deep somewhere. So there's my 2 cents on that. Obviously, they're doing a pretty good job overall. Dana White has promised that some of the issues are going to be fixed with being able to order it, not have to jump through all these different hoops and all that. So we'll see as it continues to progress. Obviously, my main concern with having it on an app like this is, will it crash or not? Because design has been doing very well also, but there's low time, there's crashing issues. So when you look at the ESPN app, that's something that hopefully moving forward, they'll continuously be able to account for. Guys, I am Drew Duncan, host of the Full Court Press. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all at Drew Duncan83. Don't forget, you can find me on YouTube. Simply look for Drew Duncan. Of course, you can always find our Full Court Press subsidiaries, football, basketball, and MMA on Facebook and Instagram. And when you share this post, don't forget to use the hashtag Don't You Dare Touch That Dial. And as always, don't you dare touch that dial.